Man, also not a whole lot of Steven as well. I believe the only Steven rep is here actually from this team that was at least prominent on stream. And same goes for Batman. So I'm excited to see both these characters kind of standing out on their own right here on the top 8 stage up against one another. It's gonna be a ride.
It's gonna be a ride, man. It's gonna be rough and tough Rumble show, man. Oh my goodness, and we're just having fun at LTC too, even back here in the commentator booth with all the production as well. But no, like you said, Batman has not been extremely popular in the doubles format. You know, he's been a dominant force in the singles, but in the doubles, you know, not that he's a weak character at all, not at all. Fantastic tools, batarang, the dive kick, the bomb, all of it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you know, a lot of people have come to the consensus that he may not be as strong as some of the other characters in the doubles format or the twos format. But I love seeing Batman on screen at all times.
Right, he can still definitely
heavy combo
hold his own.
Character. Right, he's got a lot of utility. He's got a lot of tricks to play with. Right. And with a Velma on your side, you've got heavy support. She can also hold her own.
Oh, absolutely.
So both of y'all are just brawling,
doing your own thing, right? And if you're up against Batman in these kind of split 1v1 situations, that happens a lot, right? And these 2v2 type deals, right? Sometimes you're gonna have two people opposite side stage doing their own thing. So you know Batman's probably winning that exchange. Yeah. He's got the tools to be putting out the big damage, the big combos, potentially even killing, picking up a kill off top. Like, he's got things to work with here. So up against here, Steven Universe and Wonder Woman. I think Wonder Woman also does a good job holding her own, but is, of course, a great support character as well, considering under the tank role, right? Trying to apply some armor right there. Oh, my goodness. They're both caught in these Batman combos with Velma helping out. That's not something you see very often. Not the most range on a lot of what Batman has to offer, but if he's up in there in their face, he's clicking both of you. There's no reason not to go along with this. So Velma's doing her job as an ally. Yeah, getting that in. Batman's fighting his way in. Big weakened damage here up onto Steven. Tries to go for that up special. Doesn't quite, not quite able to pick up the kill. Close, though, applying that weakened status as well. Both are keeping their distance now, resetting to center stage. One was trying to find her way in, but I feel like she's been playing a little too passive. She's not quite, not able to really land a whole lot.
Yeah, I was literally just thinking the same thing. I mean, Sandy is also a very aggressive player, but at the same time, he does respect the neutral when he needs to step back, be the wall in between. You know, a lot of the armor properties that Wonder Woman has can be very effective against this team. Oh, get him out of there, please.
Double up airs. Wonder Woman is still alive, though. Steven is gone. Steven is gone.
Duffed. God, so much charge on that.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I know Batman's still a monster, wreaking havoc, trying to look to pick something up for Wonder Woman. I feel like she's been definitely fulfilling the tank role where she's running in and taking a lot of hits, but not dishing a whole lot back, right? Kind of whiffing on these aerial side specials. Again, dodge right there on the ground, right? Not able to land a whole lot of side airs, not getting a whole lot of up airs either. It's been like she's been trying to space, but not really landing a whole lot. Steven has been taking the brunt of trying to get a lot of damage and maybe land these kills, but so far, right, red side is kept both their lives. They're still alive, high damage, but still alive. Wonder Woman looking to maybe lose a stock here, not quite, keeping her distance yet again, using that, those walls, using that armor, keeping herself alive. There's the lasso, potentially looking for a kill confirm, nice air dodge, and Batman's going to instead charge upwards, and she is gone.
Special, yeah, especially. That's going to send you to the stratosphere every single time. Although these percents are starting to climb, that is 2 kills for red team. Blue team can go ahead, get these kills, and be even as far as the stock or the score count goes. That's one of them for sure. Yep. This is the hard part, though. Velma being, you know, that zoner type archetype where she doesn't necessarily have to commit to a close zone or really being next to you. So getting the kill on her can sometimes kind of distract you from playing the team game.
That's right. Now Batman's found his way on to Steven yet again. He's going to stay alive. Velma still hasn't lost her stock, doing a great job of keeping herself alive. You know, she's kind of the tasty treat that blue side is going to be always looking for. And I think that gives a lot of opportunity for Batman to find his way in and apply way more damage than necessary. But Velma finally goes down. Steven almost down with it, though. This wouldn't be exactly an even trade. So, you know, Steven keeping himself alive here just barely. Very scary. Batman, oh, wow, grappling hook against the wall to block off the engage. Great position from Steven, but that uppercut's going to take him out. And now Wonder Woman, who's at 120%, and Batman goes in and gets the up special to close that out. And that's going to be a win for Sandstorm Lightwhisp.
You know, no, other way around.
Other way around.
No, I got you. No, K7 LegendaryyPred, for sure.
Gotcha.
And, you know, it's funny that you said, you know, that about Sandstorm earlier, you know, kind of taking this passive role, because I was thinking the same thing. And as the match progressed, I started to see Sandy be a little scared to initiate, and then ultimately it kind of let the team get rolled over, which is so dangerous in multiverses. You know what I'm saying? Like if you play too much passive, then you get rolled over. The momentum just becomes a snowball immediately. And especially in this game, you die so quickly. Then you can't get hits. You know what I'm saying? You can't even make your comebacks. It's extremely difficult. So now that they've had that game one, Sandy has obviously gone through this, you know, passive play, you know, maybe I should do this, maybe I should do that. In this game two, I'm wondering if we're going to see the Sandy we know. Yeah,
hoping to see a lot more aggression, because I love the crazy things that Wonder Woman can do, right? I also play her myself in this game too. Really hyped to see her get really aggressive, use those aerial side Bs, clip some kills around 80 damage or more, and just kind of seeing him sit back, kind of maybe space some side airs, but whiff most of them. Not maybe get one hit and they get sent flying. No big advantage to push, nothing to really move forward, and no opportunity for Steven to get spaced either, right? If your tank is just kind of, you know, tanking, but not really giving yourself opportunity to build advantage state at all, Steven's doesn't have much to follow up on. And not giving Steven that opportunity lets him kind of effectively end up being useless as well. And that becomes that snowball that just compounds and compounds and compounds. And meanwhile, both Velma and Batman are completely fine fighting you one-on-one or fighting you all together in that mosh pit. They're chilling.
Heavily agree.
Fully chilling.
And you know, like it's crazy when you would talk about like the archetypes in the roles of the characters on the team. If you don't have a partner as a Steven who will initiate and do those things, then that character becomes borderline useless. When have you seen aggressive Steven really carry a team?
With his own initiative. You could try.
He can try.
It can happen, but it's
the
like...
toolkit is just kind of designed for help my teammate, make sure they don't die, I'm going to stay alive.
And then finalize some follow-ups type deal.
Exactly.
And you know, the team comp potential is definitely there with Wonder Woman and Steven, right? It's just that they both need to be playing that more offensive game plan, because fundamentally they're both more defensive characters. So if you're going to try to play at this kind of different, unique style, you need to have someone on the offense, right? Which I think Wonder Woman can play that role. She doesn't have an issue doing that, but you have to be doing it to make it an effective game plan alongside Steven. Because Steven, I think, is actually pretty good at getting a lot of follow-ups and helping a lot in this, like in a more active way, right? But he needs someone else to start that. And so not having that alignment there between both, where they're both kind of just waiting and sitting back and maybe trying to fight on their own, but not really have that team synergy, gets them stuck in a lot of gross situations that we saw in that first game.
And that's the thing, you know, is that like you can try and play that defensive role, but against Velma and Batman, who also can do that but stronger. So you kind of have to bite the bullet and say, like,
we have to challenge
I
this,
live or I die, son.
You have to challenge this, because it just kind of seemed like they just died, right? There
wasn't a whole lot of living. Not a lot of living.
And now we're moving on to the Batcave, the famous home of Bruce Wayne here.
Oh, nope, just kidding.
Just kidding.
I mean, it is Batcave, but we're not kidding about that.
No.
The location is right.
Oh, my bad. I wasn't supposed to reveal Bruce Wayne's identity.
Oh, no,
who? Yeah. Multi-billionaire who? Don't know him.
I don't know if anybody else does this, but when the characters like have the voice lines and it's like they talk to each other, they say the real names. You know, Superman says Bruce and Batman says Clark. Now I'll be calling them that. I'll be salty and lose to a Superman and be like, dang it, Clark, like, get out my face with all these punches.
Go back to your planet, bro.
Yes.
Bruce, go back brooding in your cave, man. Why are you here?
Batman's like juggling you, doing the up special. You're like, Bruce, no, chill. Bruce, no, chill.
Please. Oh, man. So fun to see, But yeah, the great offensive pressure that Batman has to offer. It almost feels like Batman and Velma didn't really feel like they had to play much defense to begin with, right? Their game plan was, we get in there, we can hold our own. Right? If we're stuck in our own like defensive situations, we're not the best at it, but we'll figure it out, right? But honestly, our best defense is just this wonderful offense that they have going. So I can kind of maybe see where they want to play. So, oh my goodness, that upward shade there.
That was it. Died at 30.
That could have been it. That could have been it. The Wonder Woman into the Steven up airs back and forth. They almost had something crazy there.
No, that was definitely a death. I'm telling you.
Oh, there's the grappling hook. Batman trying to find ways for combos. Velma on a lot of damage here taken. She didn't have a whole lot of ways to defend herself there.
She's not the healthiest. And she's getting smacked
against the cars. She'll be making it, though. She's still living. They're fishing for the kill opportunities here. Batman's going to be trying to defend. Nice spike onto Wonder Woman, but in the meantime, Velma goes down. She's out of resource, couldn't recover, and Wonder Woman finds her way back up. This is potentially kill Steven. He gets sent up top. No, there's a downer spike again. Two of them for Wonder Woman. Crazy damage here onto Batman. Another downer spike. Both Steven and Batman are way up. There's the downer spike off the car. Platform is down.
Oh my God.
But Steven down too.
Stocks are dying, flying, man.
I have no idea what happened to Wonder Woman on the other side of the stage, but she's gone too. Batman looking to get his stock taken here. He's going to try to play as much chip damage as possible while Velma is taking an absolute beating here. There is the grappling hook, very risky in that vulnerable position. He's going to go down for it. Don't forget the hook combo again, trying to apply some damage, but Velma is already relatively unhealthy. are getting close to that kill range. There's an up air trying to get some space, build some advantage.
Yep, interrupting that stage control real quick. Oh, the blue team is playing so much better than they were before. I can already see it, but now the red team, although the percents are slightly in blue team's favor, they are nearing that even mark. Things are starting to get extremely.
Oh, what a spike.
What the heck?
He's alive, he's alive. He's able to clip that wall. There's an uppercut. Sends him close to Steven. Steven's got a lot of damage on him now. Look, we're looking about even damage here. Red team is trying to stop the bleeding. Make that comeback. One, a down air, and he's sent straight down.
He was there before he got hit.
Velma's out.
Oh, wait, no, okay, see, now I said it was close, but now it is down
really
to the wire.
Close, right? Yeah, that's Wonder Woman and Batman as the two prime targets here. Wonder Woman, again, that tank, she's got less damage on her. She's going to live a lot longer naturally over Batman. He's going to try to keep his distance, try to stay safe. Maybe look for a gimp here. He's close to ledge. Wonder Woman's looking for something huge. Oh, she's doing the top. Batman's fishing for the up special, but Steven clipped him before he could. That was a bit of greed right there, and he got punished for it. He got punished for it.
We were talking about this before we went into game 2. We said Steven definitely has the tools to close out the stocks, but you need someone to initiate. Sandy was in there. He was in there like swimwear. I'm saying he was not afraid of the damage, the combos. I don't care if you're Bruce. I don't care if you're Velma. I'm diving in.
That's it. One great adaptation I really like seeing from Sandstorm side was actually the focus on Velma, right? I think it's easy to hit the person who's up in your face all the time, right? Batman, the bruiser, he's up there. But I think, like I said, right, Batman holds a great position dealing with that offensive aggression against him, right? He has a lot of get-off-me tools. He can find his way out, right? Velma doesn't necessarily have the same. She can hold her own. She can be a 1v1 fighter, but if you're putting all that pressure on, she's going to crumple. She's not meant for that kind of situation, right? Ultimately, still meant to be a support, still try to be backup at the end of the day. So seeing both those characters just apply so much damage and pressure on Velma, right? Have Batman panic, try to catch up and keep up with it, but now you have Wonder Woman and Steven grouped up together on this Velma in an offensive situation. Suddenly makes Batman hard to get into.
Right.
It's like they changed the game plan entirely, and it works so wonderful. Here they are already stacking crazy damage onto Velma. Batman's caught in the crossfire. You're getting himself 32 damage while Velma's already up to almost 50. It's crazy.
Definitely found their synergy. I think that first game was, we were playing. Okay, it's gonna be some playing.
Right. They were reading. They're downloading the files, right?
Yeah, right.
They're taking their time, running a little slow.
Oh, the bounce house over there.
My goodness, Batman's trying to get these uppercuts and up special, get some damage going. Nowhere near kill percent anywhere up to them. No, neither is the space. They're not close enough to the top.
Velma's in jail.
Oh, she's gonna fight a win stage. No, she's not. There's his charge forward.
The shield. Do not get destroyed by your teammate's shield. That would just suck so bad.
Ooh, Batman's near the top. Great air dodge there from the Steven up here. That could have been bad. There's an up special. Steven's going to air stall, make his way back. Velma's in a dangerous spot, trying to maneuver away from this Wonder Woman that's trying to tackle her off the stage. She's very afraid. Oh, my goodness!
Yo! Wait, chill.
That was a windmill right there. He went up and down until he was out.
That was the windmill of fury. Them winds are blowing hard.
Ooh, what a lasso combo here from Wonder Woman. Already 44 damage. Almost 50 here onto Batman. Looking for a spike. There's a downer into an uppercut, but they're both alive. There's a snipe onto Wonder Woman, and she's gone. And there is an uppercut onto Steven, and he is gone as well. But Velma is so high on damage here. She is so close to falling apart, and there it is.
Fell apart, exactly.
Batman took so much extra credit in the meantime, where this is still a slight disadvantage here for Red side, for K7's team, but not unplayable. Definitely far from unplayable.
Yeah. Our stocks are even. We are looking for that two count to close out this game 3. Batman nearing that higher percent. Oh, coming in through the back door.
Going deep for that Velma kill.
Trouble. He was in absolute detention.
There is that downer. Send him straight down to the blast zone. Great commitment there from Wonder Woman, and now we're stacking up some more damage here, sending Velma up high, but I think Batman is the primary target here with all the damage. There's Steven to try and cover it. Wonder Woman's here off stage 2 to try and follow up, but Batman's going to find his way back to stage, charging an uppercut. Oh, Steven's here, looking for something big. Wonder Woman 2, is there going to be another downer? No, it's going to be downer from Batman into an uppercut, potentially fishing for a downer spike of his own. Wonder Woman is at high percent. There's the Wonder Woman downer. Steven almost got the follow. Great air dodge from Batman, but he got chased all the way to the other side of the stage, and there's the aerial side special from Wonder Woman to close out that stock.
Oh, so good, so good. It became very dangerous for the red team. Batman had to back up because he had the higher percent. Blue team only needed 1 point, right? So he started, being a little bit more passive, giving up a little bit more space. A lot like what we saw the blue team do in game 1.
Right.
Just, following that passive role. He was kind of forced into that situation, right? But the reason I'm bringing this up is because it reinforces what I'm saying. In this game, if you are too passive or you choose that passive role, you are prone to get rolled. Even if it's the smart decision, you're still prone to get rolled. It's a tough game. It's a tough place to be in. But, you know, you play the whole game, you find yourself there. It's just extremely difficult sometimes when you're playing against a team as synergized like Sandy and Lightwhisp. As soon as you handle, I'm sorry, as soon as you enter those higher percentages, it becomes blood in the water and the sharks are swimming.
That's right. That's right. Inherently, this game favors offensive gameplay, right? There's a lot of speed to a lot of characters, all these jumps, all these resources, even things that you consider to be defensive resources like your extra air dodge and extra specials are really just movement options and or more moves that you can use, and it can very easily flip into an offensive situation in your own favor, right? So you get a lot of cool people trying to play near the top last and try to go for a combo, you air dodge down below them and get an up air, right? So it's a defensive resource, but ultimately everything is so offensively edged in this game that it's, if you try to sit back and play a safe game, you can only do that for such short period of time and for like relative situations. That as a consistent game plan is so difficult to do unless you have an omega offensive partner. But as a team, you're not getting anywhere with that in the long term. Situationally, it has its uses. It's not totally out of the blue. Especially a character like Wonder Woman, right? She can put her shield up, she has armor to throw up. Sometimes you just want to create some space and disengage, right? But it's not like you're trying to camp in zone, right? You need to get right back in there.
I agree.
One way or another.
The situation may call for it, but it's not the be-all end goal. And if it is, that means you need to start early.
All right, looking on this Velma again. Ooh, Batman getting stuck in the corner. He's going to uppercut his way out. Double combo there, very nice. There's a slide in.
The bounce house was nice. Velma was in there doing the damage. Bruce came through with the follow-up, and now he's sticking his hands in the jar and looking for cookies.
Looks like this counterpick stage is actually working pretty well here for K7's team. They're getting a lot of damage out here from the dual combos, the mosh pits kind of that were stuck in the corners. Which, you know, Provenance is well known for. Here's Batman in the corner again. A big up special on Wonder Woman fishing for something here. Wonder Woman's going to fight her way out, though. Great stuff here. 100 damage. There's the Velma up here to support. Steven almost getting taken off the top. Keeping himself alive. There's a downer. This is almost taking time. He's looking for the up special, but Wonder Woman's got the lasso into Spike. Batman's going to find his way back up. There's a downer to break the platform. Steven gets sent flying.
I'm so surprised Batman survived from that combo Sandy did earlier. It was very nasty, but I mean, what's such a great start for Blue Team has now became disadvantage for the boys.
Oh no,
and now Pred and K7. Wait a second,
K7
we needed that.
Greedy for that combo, that going for the up special, leaving himself vulnerable, and Steven's like, wait, I can just hit you, and he's dead. He was dead. Now we're about even here. Velma does have a lot less damage taken than Wonder Woman, though. There's the aerial side special. It didn't matter. With the support from Steven, it didn't matter. And now she's down. Oh, Velma goes and cleans up the kill on Wonder Woman. Now we're looking pretty even here on stocks. A bit of a damage disadvantage here on Steven, but nothing that they can't come back from. This is tight.
This is going to be difficult, too, because that next point really, really matters, and your Steven is at a high percentage. He's playing defense. That means he's not necessarily getting a lot of damage and getting y'all into a more advantageous position. Oh, he's about to die. See, this is what I'm saying.
There's the Batman downer. Is Velma going to fall up? No, she already committed to laser, but Batman's in there. Steven's going to find his way all the way back to the ground. There's a slam. Big damage here for Steven. Tries to go for a combo. There's the air dodge right below and hit above. Right there. Right there, as I mentioned before, Batman gets in. That's another kill down. And now we have 77 damage here on to Wonder Woman as the prime target for K7's team. They're going to be looking for fish out that last kill. But at the same time, you know, Steven's sitting pretty, and Steven's available for another death. You know, they're willing to take it.
Right, and you have to think about, wait. I read the scores wrong. Wait. It's the red team who's...
Yeah, they got the big advantage here.
Yeah,
One
they
more
got the
kill
big advantage.
They got it.
Right, okay, so then now the blue team really has to think about anyone getting hit. Sandy's off stage. Steven's in the hair. He has to come and support. Now he's in trouble.
Wonder Woman barreled through with her side air. There's the uppercut charge, and Steven is out yet again. Wonder Woman did a great job of keeping herself alive and trying to create space for the team, but man, Batman had his eyes set on Steven. And he went deep. I loved that. It almost felt like a horror movie jump scare scene where they were both in the mist and Batman jumps out with buffs with an insane speed and hits both of them across the stage. I was like, oh my goodness. He went full screen and hit him with one button. They're both off stage.
Not the Freddy versus Jason. Just the Jason just teleports out the fog. No, that's terrifying.
Batman putting some respect to his name right there. I'm with the greats.
It's the same feeling though. And you don't see anything in the cloud and then all of a sudden the Dark Knight comes through and just mollywops you into the stratosphere. Man, and what's crazy about that game is that your blue team had a great start. It looked like everything was going to work out for them. Once again, momentum shifts so hard. Ugly turn. Red team now on top. And it's hard, once again, for, I think, the blue team, the Steven Wonder Woman. Although this is a great team as far as the synergy goes, you know, your combos, the way the routes and strings, the way you DI, all of that, you know, edge guarding.
They have an idea. They definitely know what they're doing.
They have an idea, but since Steven is inherently, you know, a support character, there's times where Steven has to stop what they're doing to go help Sandy, or Sandy has to go babysit Steven. Right. You know what I'm saying?
They're not the best at handling themselves in a solo situation. Right. They really need to be together.
The synergy is there when they're together and they're moving, right? But then there's the holes in the game plan, I think, is when the other has to go support, you know, the other one. Maybe they're getting edge guarded and they have to go save them. And then K7 and LegendaryyPred, they turn on attack mode at that time.
It almost feels like they're not even really playing together. They both are just have bloodlust.
Yeah.
You know, they see someone, they just go.
Yeah.
Right? They can both get their solo kills. They can be sniping for whatever, but they're not necessarily setting up or aiming for one another, besides the occasional down air from Batman to, like, or stage spike, rather, stage bounce, and then maybe Velma can follow up. But a lot of times it feels like it's a lot of solo kills from that team. But from the other side, we have the Wonder Woman and Steven. They seem a lot more like synergized. Like they intend to work together. We see some crazy kills together sometimes, right? The Windmill of Fury, right? That Batman, he was stuck there. He was stuck for like almost a second and a half, and then he was gone, right? Beautiful combos, right? Insane follow-ups when they're together, right? But since it almost feels like Batman and Velma are playing solo games, they are more than okay in trying to get their opponents to play solo games too, right? And in doing so, now this
they're pulling apart the DNA of the team, bro. And I mean, like, any team is going to have a weakness. I'm not trying to say, like, oh, you need to switch up, but I am noticing in these games, now that we've gotten to game 5, that the times the blue team has won has been when they've worked together, they got a good start, they roll the other team. The times when red team, K7 LegendaryyPred win, they pull that apart and keep it. No, don't touchy.
Don't touch each other.
This is blue and this is red, no purpling.
You deal with me. I'm your problem. Your friends deal with my friend. Let them figure it out. You're stuck with
running?
Me. You're stuck with me here. Oh, man. Let's see what this final adaptation we can see moving into game 5.
This is going to be spicy.
What a banger of a set start off the bat. Okay, so we're going to have Batman throw up the smoke, get some bit of mysterious atmosphere mood into the mix, right? Pretty even percent here so far. Nothing too crazy. Batman looking for these strings as per usual. Wonder Woman, Steven trying to stick together now. They're a little apart. Brought themselves back together. Big damage on to Batman. Potential kill opportunities to the Batarang and forward air his way out. Glide himself back to stage.
Getting in there. Velma received heavy damage in that moment. All these percents are starting to near the mid-mark and climbing.
Yeah, Velma's in that kill range, especially she's getting knocked up a little too high, a little too far. There's an aerial side special from Wonder Woman. She's looking for kill. Ooh, both Batman and Velma are up in the air. Steven's fishing for something, but they're able to return back to stage. Steven's getting his way sets up. Batman's looking for something. His eyes have locked. Oh, Velma's still alive. Batman set up 2. These guys are in bad positions. Somehow Velma's still living. I swear that should have killed like 3 times over at this point.
3 times and then some.
Batman is in a great position to take out Wonder Woman, but she's still going to be able to make it back. There's the up special, trying to get more damage in there. Too low to the ground. No kills just yet. Great follow-up from Wonder Woman. And Batman goes down. Steven trying to edge guard. Velma on her own. Batman's going to come support and save her. Now he's looking for kills of his own.
For that pickup, they saw it in the Matrix.
Oh, what a great follow-up down to Steven. He's still going to make it back to it. That almost deserved to be a kill. That was so close. So close.
Red team looking to even up. They just need 1 score, and there it is. They are on the board.
Not there even, looking to take out Wonder Woman next. Wonder Woman's going to be looking to take out Velma. She's been playing great in the back, though, keeping her slippery maneuverability intact. Oh, this is her time. Velma's still in it. Big damage onto Batman, though. He's taking a lot trying to defend his ally. There goes Wonder Woman, now about even here, but Velma's got so much, and so does Batman. Velma will go down so soon.
Bounce house.
Oh, but she's still alive. There's the finisher from Steven's going to close out that stock, but now look at those crazy damage on Batman.
It just keeps turning. It's a vicious cycle. once they start evening up, someone is in danger.
Someone's Is Steven going for the finisher? Oh, he's going to be able to mash his way out. He's going to air dodge. That was almost a kill there. Great reversal for Batman. Looking for that kill. There's the downer. Velma's got the follow-up. Now it's big damage onto Steven. Batman's looking for the kill. The battering
snipe!
Oh my
goodness, wait. We're on last score. Next score wins. What do you do? Velma 64. I would think you focus her.
Oh,
that's it. God, that's exactly what happened. Sandstorm and Lightwhisp with a clutch play, taking out K7 and LegendaryyPred in Game 5.